I don't even know why. Because like I can drink vodka.
It looked more funny than it was bad. I thought it was pretty good.
Well, if you watch the episode back, tricky editing.
Yeah.
If you watch the episode back, it doesn't. I didn't throw up ever, besides once. If you watch the episode back, and it looks like I drank all the alcohol.
Son of a god. I do remember that.
You watched it?
Well, I remember like where you were just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, I can't. I was literally gonna throw up every single time.
Every single time. It was like,
which is why after you threw up with those beans, I was like, here, just take a really small bite.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's fair. I was like, I can do it. It's just a mental thing.
Right.
But yeah, I feel you on that. But I mean, you handled it like a champ. And it was a funny bit though.
It was funny.
I really had. It was pretty.
It was worth it. At the end of it, it was worth it.
Absolutely.
But it sucked so bad.
Exactly what I told you. I was gagging on that.
You're like, hey, doing it for the content.
Bet.
Do it for the Vine.
Mm-hmm. Do it for the Vine, dude.
God, that's such an old. That makes us so old.
Vine, dude.
Yeah, because Vine was what, 2016? 2014?
2016?
2014?
I feel like 2014.
2014. I think it ended. When did Vine die? That's the question.
No joke. I can't even remember.
I want to say 2016. But I don't know.
Point. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've. Those are so good though. It's like the Snapchat of like today.
Oh, December 16th, 2016
was when it died, or started?
Is when it died.
Oh, that's when they pulled the plug on it.
That's when they pulled the plug.
Damn.
Vine was dead on December 16th of 2016.
Weird. That's so weird because it took off. But that was
5 years ago.
Social media. It was one of the biggest ones of its time. I did a few Vines, but I was never good at it.
I was good at the Vines. I did. But I was just starting to do my entertainment stuff, so I never really took on anything.
It's all about the Snap story now, dude.
I mean, 2016, I was 17, 18. OnlyFans is making money, man.
Dude, I know they are, because it's got a bunch of things.
Yeah, a bunch of naked people.
A bunch of naked people,
dude. A bunch of naked people.
Like, I don't understand. It's like,
hey, you get that bag, honestly. Like,
yeah, but like...
dude... Who cares? Like, if you're making that kind of money,
no.
Who cares?
No, because it's about work ethic.
I would let my wife do an OnlyFans.
No,
I would.
I'm sad that on a first date I have to ask them, "Do you have an OnlyFans?"
Wait, why would you ask that?
Because 9 times out of 10 they do, and then I'm like, well, I literally have walked away from because I asked them.
Like recently?
Yeah. No, it's not like I don't date ever.
Well, like, I mean, how recently was the last one that you asked?
The one about OnlyFans?
Yeah.
It was, so, about 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So, the one before that, like, she made me wait 20 minutes for her to get ready.
What?
Yeah, I was like, hey, I just pulled up. She's like, hey, I'll be right out. It's like 10 minutes later. It's like, all right, this is just a woman being fashionably late. She's looking good. It was like 15 minutes later. I texted her. I was like, so, like, I'm like, hello, ETA? She's like, oh, I'll just be another 5 minutes. 5 minutes passed by. It's 20 minutes now. Drove off.
Of course.
I was just like, hey, clearly taking you a little too long. I'm not about waiting. So good. Let me know when you have more time, and maybe we can do this again. And she's just like, wait, you left? And I was like, yeah. Who would
wait 20 minutes?
Who would wait 20? Like, at least invite me inside to, like, hey, why don't you have a seat? I'm just finishing up, like, getting around. I got whatever. But, like, no, don't make me sit out there after we planned this entire day out. Like, oh, yeah, I'll come pick you up this day. Like, the day before, texted her the day of. Like, no, don't do me like that.
Yeah,
but like I feel like that's what a lot of women just want to see if you'll wait.
No,
I feel like it's who's wearing the pants.
I'm one of those guys. I'll just walk up to the freaking door. I don't care. Like if I pull up and you want to make me wait, I'll walk up to your door and knock.
Well, so that was initially how I started it.
You knocked?
Yeah. No. So I guess I didn't. Okay. To go into more detail.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I pulled up into the driveway. I got out because I'm one to open a door, especially on the first date. Like, you have to open the door. You gotta
set those standards.
Yeah. You have to, like, hey, I'm sweet. I'm a gentleman. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not here to get.
I'm a nice guy.
Open their door for them. Okay.
Right.
But like, oh, I'll be right out. Like, knock, nothing. And that's when
Yeah.
I shot her a text and I was like, hey, I'm here. And,
Right.
oh, I'll be right out. I'm still getting around. Well, that makes fine.
5 minutes is
20
fine.
minutes though.
20 minutes is not fine,
where you
especially
draw the
when you're. So you knocked on the door and she was like, "I'll be down in a minute."
Mm-hmm. She's, hey, I'm getting around. I'll be right out.
No,
I'll be right out is like 5 minutes
or less,
or 100% less. But I would
because number one, I'm always a gentleman because sometimes. Well, actually, sorry. Welcome back to the PM podcast. I'm Aaron.
I'm Braxton.
And today we're going to be talking about his car accident that he got in recently. Unfortunately. But we're talking about this whole dating thing right now. And the reason I introduced the episode right here is because sometimes I have to pick him up, especially now because he didn't have a car because he got in an accident. So I'm picking him up for work. And then when the weather gets really bad, I've picked him up a couple times just because my truck can handle the snow.
Yeah, I'm not driving a tiny truck on the
or a tiny little car on the highway. Yeah.
Nope.
So no, it's all good. So I pick him up from time to time. So when I pick him up, I come to your door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too, and that's
Yeah.
like a thing. Like he never text. Usually, everybody texts me, "I'm here," and it's
Nope.
like, all right, nope. He
I'm here.
comes up and knocks, but
Yeah.
I'm expecting.
How you know I'm here is me going. That's me being here. Because I could text I'm here, but I just feel like that's so. I feel like that's so disingenuous, and I feel like that's like, oh hey, come on, let's go, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm rushing you. Whereas like if I just come to your door, you just open the door, let me in. Hey, I need like 5 minutes. I'm like, hey, no worries, man. I'm just coming in to make sure we're all good, ready to go.
Yep.
Because if I say that I'm here, it's basically saying that I don't have the respect enough for you to get out of the car and just come up to your door and see if you're ready.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, fine. No big deal. But I'm going to be a person and come up to you. I'm not going to text you and be like, hey, man, are you here? Like, I'm here. Let's go. You know what I mean? I feel like that's so disingenuous.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. But
I mean, I agree. I guess if it's a buddy, then
because I'm pretty sure I came to your door the first time I picked you up, too. I didn't even text you.
Yeah.
I just showed up and
Yeah.
was like...
No, yeah.
Hey.
And that was, I guess I can't really think of what I do. Generally, if I'm picking someone up, I'll just text them because I don't mind waiting out in my car. And it's not that, take your time, but I'm also not going to wait 20 minutes for somebody.
Right.
Like, that's a whole nother level. At that point, you're just being a fucking asshole. So, but yeah.
You're just being a dick.
Yeah, if you want to be a dick, just let someone wait on you for 20 minutes and see how much of a dick you are after that.
I wouldn't wait.
When would you have drawn the line? So my line is 20 minutes because, like, I was thinking, like, the longer I wait, the more bomb this woman looks.
Yeah.
But, like, at that point, I didn't even find out.
Yeah, so for me, like, if I show up, if I'm early, I'll wait until the agreed time.
Sure.
So, like, let's say I told, like, hey, I'm going to pick you up at 6, and I show up at, like, 5:45, just to make sure that I get there on time.
Right.
I'll sit in my car for 15 minutes before I even text her. So, be like, I'll wait 15 minutes. Right at the time, like, hey, I'm here. Or, like, I'm like, hey, I'm ready, like, whenever you are. And then if they were to do the same thing, like, okay, I'll just be a few minutes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, no big deal. About 10 minutes. So, like, 10 minutes past when we agreed to meet, I'm going to go knock on the door.
Again?
No, I didn't knock the first time.
Oh.
So, because sometimes, like, I don't really like approaching the doors with women just because I feel like I don't want to encroach on their space. Like, I don't want to just walk up to the door and be like with you. Like, I don't want to walk up to a woman's door and just start knocking. That's kind of like, I feel like that's threatening.
Really?
So if I go like, hey, I'm here, and then they're like, okay, blah, blah, and then they start walking out, I'll get out the car.
Right.
So, like, as soon as they open that front door, I'm out of the car, I'm opening the door for them.
Right.
So, because I feel like that gives them, they feel safe. They don't feel like they're being trapped or ambushed. Right. I'm inviting at that point.
Yeah.
But if I wait 10 minutes and there's still no answer or whatever, then I'll walk up to the door and I'll knock. And if they text, be like, hey, I just need 5 more minutes or whatever.
Now you're looking at like 15 minutes.
Most of the time they answer. Most of the time they just come
right.
up. Most of the time,
right.
every time I've dealt with it, they've just opened the door.
So I'm pretty sure in my case, like, she was definitely trying to look bomb, but I'm just not, like, you got to be more prepared with your time.
At 20 minutes, I probably would have waited 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like if I've already knocked and it's been 10 minutes and then I wait another 5 and you text me like, hey, I need 5 minutes or whatever, I'll wait 5 minutes. At that point, I'm either going to call you on your phone and be like, hey, are we doing this? Like, I want to make sure, like, I know you're getting ready, but like it's been 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Like, I just want to make sure that everything's okay. If not, we can do it another time. And you're like, no, I'm almost ready. Like, yeah, at that point, I don't know how long I'd wait.
15 minutes is yours?
I think 15, 20. If I know that you're coming and I've actually had a phone call with you, maybe 30 minutes. Maybe. That's it. At 30 minutes, if you haven't come out that door, I'm gone.
Dude.
But that's if I've had a phone call with you. Like, if I've heard your voice and talked to you.
Really trying to get laid. That's what you're trying to
Of
do.
course.
It's like, bruh.
But that's if I've talked to you. If I haven't had a phone call with you and you haven't texted me for a minute, I'm out.
That's fair.
So that's just me. I don't know. But hey, I think 20 minutes is fair.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's way too long.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of, bless you.
Done.
So speaking of waiting a long time and being unsatisfied, so I went to Cracker Barrel, and
I was like, oh.
So I went to Cracker Barrel recently, and every time I go to Cracker Barrel, I get the same thing.
Right.
Every single
Really?
time.
Why?
Because I love Cracker Barrel's biscuits and gravy.
It's everybody's go-to.
Love it.
Biscuits and gravy.
At Cracker Barrel only. Like Cracker Barrel specifically has the best biscuits and gravy.
What about it?
I just love their
that
salt. I just love their salt.
gravy?
I love their sawmill gravy. It's so good. It's gravy.
That's all you need? You need your biscuits and their gravy? Is that what you need?
I actually like their biscuits too, because they make them. All their biscuits and their gravy is made fresh every single day. So it's scratch.
Fair.
So it's the only thing that I can guarantee from there that is 100% made fresh every single day. And so I went there, and every time I get the biscuits and gravy, ever since I was 7 years old, I always get a Stewart's orange cream soda. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
The little glass bottles. Mm-hmm. Every time. Ever since I was 7 years old. So it's like what? 20, 14, 13, 14, almost 15 years?
Yep.
So for 15 years, I've been getting this cream soda every single time with my biscuits and gravy. I get a side of sausage and a side of bacon. Every time. That's how you do it.
Fuck with Aaron's order.
Right. So I go to Cracker Barrel.
God damn.
We wait for our server. Political correctness sucks. So server. Wait for our server. Server finally comes over. It's been probably 15 minutes. And I make my order. I'm like, hey, I think we're ready to order, actually. And she goes, okay. And so she takes my wife's order, and then I go to order. I'm like, yeah, I'd like the biscuits and gravy with the bacon. And then can I also get an extra side of sausage patties? She's like, yeah, sure, but we have to drink. And I was like, oh, I'll just take the Stewart's orange cream soda.
Don't have it.
And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, we've discontinued it.
Oh, I knew it. He made a point about that soda.
So not even, oh, we're out of it. Oh, we don't sell it anymore.
They're done with it, dude.
I almost walked out of the restaurant.
It's like, that was the whole reason, like 90% of it.
I don't know why.
Damn.
I don't know why, because it's just soda. It's just a soda. Like,
Why do you want soda with biscuits and gravy, though?
I've done it since I was 7.
That is a weird thing. Now that I think about it, I'm like,
it's weird.
What?
It's weird. It tastes good, though.
Okay.
Because you get, the biscuits and gravy are so rich and so thick and so heavy. And for some reason, this orange cream soda with the citrus, it kind of just cuts through it. Helps it helps it.
All right.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why. It's weird. It is weird.
Dude,
but
I want everybody to realize, I don't know if they ever notice it now, but you have the most intense palate ever. And if we ever do a food challenge, I want everybody just call it out now, like, dude, Aaron, he gets really into it, and he has to have it that way. And if it's off, he'll know about it. He'll eat it.
Oh, yeah.
But he'll know about it.
Why do you think that the summer series is called the Burger King? I'm
That's
going
fair.
out and tasting.
He's like, I'm going to be the best.
Well, yeah, because
That's fair.
my
That was a
palate
good
is
idea.
so defined.
Yeah.
Like, you can give me a burger, and I can tell you what's different.
Yep.
Like,
No, really can. Continue. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
You're
want
fine.
everybody, like, you are very good at that. It's interesting. Just be.
I really should be a food critic.
I'm just not. See, I'm so picky that's why it's so
Which is
entertaining
weird.
to me.
You're so picky.
So picky.
And I am too, but you're like,
On a
on a whole nother level as far as pickiness. I'll eat anything and tell you what's wrong with it, or because I can appreciate the flavor profile, but sometimes I'm just like
it, right?
Exactly.
There's some things you just don't like,
but I can get it down.
No,
whereas
I
like sometimes
like
for you, you're like, I'm not eating it. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
so,
it is. I know. It's It's one of my most embarrassing. It's very
insecurity for you.
Oh yeah, because like anytime I go over to someone's house.
Oh, if they cook something you don't like, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I just ate. I'm sorry. And then I just see
well,
all that food.
I'm about to serve you some food, so if you just ate, you're fucking lying. Because I
right.
know you haven't eaten all day.
No,
anyway, so what I was saying, so I went to Cracker Barrel, they discontinued the soda, and so I almost left. Like, I placed my order, and I looked at my wife, and I was like, I'm going to go out to the shop, because they sell the little bottles of it. And I'm like, I'm going to go out there and see if they have it. And I'm just going to buy a bottle and bring it in.
Oh, fuck. Jesus.
Like, I'm that upset that I'm going to go out into their store and find a little tiny bottle of it to bring it in and have with my biscuits and gravy. So I get up, I put my mask on, and I go out and I start looking around, and it's not there. Like, there's no place for it. And I'm like, so I walk up to the host stand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, do you have the Stewart's orange cream soda? And then a lady behind me over at the cash register, she's like, no, we don't have it. And I was like, okay. What's the reason? Do you know why? Like, and she's like, oh, I think they changed the bottling or something like that. So like, Cracker Barrel just doesn't have it because they changed the size. So we have to figure out that. So we just get whatever they send from Lebanon, Tennessee. So whatever they send us, that's kind of what we use. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I was talking to the waitress, and she said she didn't have it. I didn't know if it was discontinued or not. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just kind of like a tradition for me. And she's like, oh, well, can't change that. And I was like, you fucking bitch. Like, you could have just said, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, and then just let it go. But you have to stomp on me further by saying, oh, yeah, we can't change that.
Oh, so she was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I thought she was just being like, oh,
no.
man, I wish we could change that.
No, not like that at all.
Yeah, like
her exact tone of voice and the words she used.
I would have slapped the shit out
was
of her
like,
right then and there.
Oh, yeah, we can't change that. And I just kind of was like, what the fuck? First of all, you're in customer service.
Yep.
That's a shit move.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck you for doing that.
Right.
And then I kind of turned around and looked at the host, and he was just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. And so as I was walking back in.
Probably his boss.
Probably.
His boss or something.
Probably. Well, it was an older lady. She's like in her 50s.
It had to have been.
So I was like, I was walking, as I was getting ready to walk back to my table, she kind of like was right around the corner where all those mints and shit are that you can buy. And I was like, fucking bitch. And I walked back into
bitch, dude.
I was like, dude, like, fuck you. Like, all you had to do was just go, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And then just let it go. Good customer service. Not me. And I wasn't even trying to be, like, bratty about it.
Right.
I was just like, oh, yeah. Like, I was just having a conversation with her. Like, oh, yeah, it's just something I've done since I was 7. Like, I was just kind of opening up a little bit. And she basically was like, yeah, fuck you. I don't care. I was like, really? What the fuck? What kind of balls you got on you to say that shit to a customer, to a paying customer? Like,
when
maybe
you
have
bite your tongue, right?
Just bite your tongue. Don't say anything.
Like, so here's my thing. Yeah. My thing as a server, bartender, like, I'll give everybody a chance. If you fuck me, I will remember you.
Exactly.
That's the weirdest thing. Is I'm really bad with remembering a lot of things. You stiff me on a bill, I will fucking remember you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am so heated in the moment, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? Fuck it. The next person tips me $20. I'm like, all right, here we go. That's it. That's why I love this job.
I got a guy at Chili's fired.
For what?
Was it his fault? For being a shitty server.
Yeah, but was it his fault or was he having a bad day?
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between being a shitty server.
It was a shitty server. So, oh man, we're going to go here real quick, and then we got to get into your story. Okay. So, short version. If you guys want to hear the long version, let me know in the comments, and I'll talk about it. But short version, kid, probably high school, working as a server at Chili's. Okay, we get set in the booth, and then there's another booth right in front of us, like behind my wife, and there's like a guy and a girl and like a kid. It's like pretty small family. And so our waiter, which now we know is him, is goes to that table, whatever, takes care of them. They've been there before us, so I'm like, no big deal. She leaves, we sit there and sit there and sit there for 30 minutes before he even comes to get our drink order.
Fuck.
So I'm like, okay. So he gets a drink order.
Is it busy inside?
No.
Do you remember?
Yes.
All right, that's fair.
We
okay.
were the only two
All
booths.
right.
We were the only two booths.
So far, it's his fault.
We were the only two booths in his section.
He went out for a smoke break.
No.
No?
He was like 15, 16 years old.
And? He
Anyway.
works in the industry. Trust me, they take smoke breaks.
Hold on.
Okay.
So
Like he was
he
16.
takes our drinks order and then goes back to this table behind us and starts asking them questions, talking to them, whatever. So I'm like, okay, they probably know each other. Whatever.
Got you. You got that vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
So like,
They're
not a big
best
deal.
friends or
Whatever.
sure.
Whatever it is, not a big deal. So he goes away from that table and then brings out their food. Still starts talking to him. Hasn't taken our order. Hasn't brought our drinks back. We've been here for 45 minutes. We haven't got our drinks. We haven't even gotten our order taken. So then he finally goes back in the kitchen, brings our drinks out at like 50 minutes. We've been here. I counted it. I actually started timing.
You're like,
it.
at this point, I have nothing else to fucking do
Right.
but watch you.
So 50 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 50 minutes, we get our waters, by the way. That's all we ordered was waters. So we get our waters, and we place our order. Another 20 minutes goes by. Cooking food.
No way.
Whatever. I get that. Cooking food. But we didn't even get our appetizer that we ordered. So
You didn't put it in.
right. So our appetizer comes out and the food all at the same time.
So we put it in all at once.
Yep.
Because that's the only way. Yep.
Yep.
I know.
So now we've been here for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And just got all our food. Our drinks are empty. He hasn't been back to check on us, and he's still talking to that table behind us.
I would have dumped my drink on the floor.
So no, so I kind of like listened in. It's his mom and dad. And his brother. So I'm like, really? Okay. So I kind of wave him over and I'm like, hey, can I get some ranch? And we need water. We've been here for like an hour. And you haven't even refilled our drinks once. And like, you need to be checking on us. Like, I get that that's your family, but you need to be checking on us.
Right. Like
I'm not trying to be mean, but like, please.
I'm paying for this, bro. Like,
Right.
It's a difference.
And so he was like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, whatever. I'll get you those. 20 minutes later, he gets us water for our food, which I haven't even eaten yet because I'm thirsty.
Right.
So
you don't want to keep eating while you're thirsty. It's
right. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just wait. So half my food's gone. Get water. Finally, we've been here for an hour and a half, and are just now eating our food. Finally, we wanted more chips. Couldn't get them because he was talking to his family. We wanted, my wife wanted ketchup. Couldn't get it because he was talking to his family. And so I didn't say anything. I let it go. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to let it go. Mm-hmm. And when he finally brought our bill. We've been here for almost 2 hours. And he finally brought our bill. Half of my food wasn't even eaten because I couldn't get him to get anything for us because I wanted some extra shit. I couldn't get it. So he brought us a bill. And then I wrote on the back of the bill, remember my fucking name. And then I didn't tip him. I stiffed him. Because fucking horrible service.
Oh, his parents tipped him like $100. I guarantee it. To make
And
up
then
for it. So, yeah.
as I was walking past the table, I was like, your son's a fucking awful server. And then I walked up to the front and then I asked for the manager. And I said, you need to fire that server. And they were like, why? And I was like, we've been here for 2 hours and we're just now leaving because of his incompetence. And if you'd like a full report, I will gladly write you one. And she was like, oh my God, well, I'm so sorry. Like, is there anything we can do? And I'm like, yeah, give me your GM's number or his email or whatever you need me.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, he's actually here. And I'm like, I was like,
God.
I was
dude.
like,
oh shit.
So I was like, okay, I'd like to talk to him, please.
Oh,
so they bring out
dude.
the GM
Shit.
and I go over everything with this GM.
Yeah.
And he says, are you serious? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll write up a paper if you need me to. I have time codes in my phone and pictures and video. I will show you everything. I did do it. It's like, I will show you everything you need. And he was like, no need. and he walked over there, and he said, "You're fired. Get out."
Oh fuck! Right then. And
Right there in front of his family. He was at the table with his family.
Yeah, because he was proving your point.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, he's literally hasn't moved from that spot over there. Like,
Right.
Yep.
So he's like,
God dang it.
"You're fired. Get out." And he's like, "Well, why? What's wrong?" And he pointed to me, and I was like,
Yeah, bro.
and then I was like, I walked out. Like, I've been in food service. I get it.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I was gonna say his family's there, but like, even like,
I get
still
family.
Yeah, but at the same time, like,
Take
I
an
even
extra
tell-
care of them and shit. But
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, like, if we got any servers or bartenders, dude, communication's key, right? If I would have been that server and I would have told Aaron, hey, man, I'm from out of state. Like, let me get you guys taken care of, right? That's my family over there. I really want to talk to him and catch up. I haven't seen him in a few weeks, right? So what do you guys need? I'm gonna take care of them. If you need me, give me a holler, right? Just like flag me down, call me by my name. My name's Braxton, right? Talk to me, right?
of course.
And then I feel like in that situation, people will be like, all right, I know what the situation is. He's going to take care of me first. And then if I need him, I know how to get a hold of him. I'm going to let him know.
Right, and he just completely ignored us.
Right.
And he was the table over. Like, I was trying to wave him down. He wouldn't even look over at us. And he
Right.
was right there. That's why I was like, nah.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's
Like-
just being a dick.
Like,
And
I've
he's-
been in food service enough to know that is fucking unacceptable.
Yeah, but you said he was young, though, too.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, hey, it's a learning experience.
Right, and I think that's what it...
He lost a job because of his incompetence, and he's never going to forget that.
Damn.
So if you're watching this, sorry I got you fired, but at the same time, I hope you learned a lesson, because you got to take care of your people. And if you're still in food service, you've definitely learned that lesson, because our bill was like $60, and I didn't tip you. So
I hope he didn't have to tip out on that, because, well, I mean, he walked out. But if nobody tips you, I'm just going to let you know. I don't know if you... I mean, you said you worked in the food industry, but maybe other people haven't. If you don't tip your server, there's a reason why they're super pissed. So not only do they just not get paid for that 30 minutes that they just entertained you while you took away some of their
earning opportunity.
some of their realty, like that's their space, right? That's the only, like they only make money if they have tables set. And if you take that table and you don't tip and you walk out, that was a wasted tip, right? Like I could have had another table there. On top of that, especially at a bar, I don't know, restaurants are definitely different because I didn't have to tip out as much.
Right.
There's a thing called tip outs. People don't know that. Like my ex,
Nobody
fucking person out there.
knows what tip outs are.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to pay my bartender. I have to pay my bar back. I have to.
Busboy. Some places.
They're almost there. Did you hear about this new law in the food industry where they're thinking about where servers and bartenders have to tip out the kitchen staff? No. For one, you make fucking hourly. For two,
Yeah,
I'm not
kitchen
gonna say
staff-
everybody.
Most kitchen staffs make at least in Indiana $8.50 an hour.
So
Most.
yes, and in
And that's if-
you're
and
right-
that's if
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
say in-
dishes.
I'm gonna say in Broad Ripple, you make at least 12.
Oh yeah.
Like
What's Broad Ripple?
Right,
Yeah.
but the whole point is like no, like so not only did you not tip me and you took away an opportunity that I could make money on
You're
that,
also making me lose money.
but you're making me fucking lose money. I had to pay for your fucking food. I had to pay for your drinks. Like cuz here's a crazy concept. You tip for your stuff, right? You tip for your service. And
Right.
I am paying my bartender to make those drinks, and I'm paying my bar back to clean my table and bring out my food in the best way possible. You know what happens? I tip out my barbacks and bartenders way more than what they tell me to. And
'Cause
guess what happens?
yeah.
I get treated better.
Of course.
My drinks come first. My food comes with a smile, right? But that's just because I pay extra for it and I get tipped more for it. Because it's all about, if you're working in customer service, that's all it's about.
All about customer service.
Drop the attitude, drop your opinions as soon as you walk through that door.
For instance, if you ever see me and you're my server,
Yep.
I have been known that if you give me the best service that I've ever had, if you make me feel like I'm the only person in that restaurant, that every time I need a drink, it's taken care of, every time I need something, it's right there, if my fork falls off the table and you walk by and pick it up, that's a little dramatic, but it happens.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you're so attentive to me that you make me feel like I'm the most important person in that establishment, I have been known to tip $200, $100 on like a $20 check, just because your service has superseded my expectations, and you're worth it. If your customer service is key, you are worth it. But that doesn't mean that like my $200 tip and somebody's $5 tip should be different. You should be always providing that same level of customer service, because you never know when that person's going to come in and be like, you know what, you were fucking awesome. Here's $100.
Yep.
You know, like, yeah, you're going to have the $5, the $10, the $20 tips, but you never know that if you provide that same level of customer service every single time, dude, your tips are going to start going up, because you're going to have people come back to you. They'll be like, yeah, I want his section, or I want him.
Yep.
We have a server actually at a steakhouse over in Noblesville.
Dude, I'm telling you, everybody, as you get older, you get like, oh, that's my server. Like, I want them.
Yeah.
When you find your favorite restaurant, you'll find your server, and you'll find which one treats you the way you wanted.
I have a server at the steakhouse. I'm not going to tell you his name or the place, because fuck you guys. So, no, he's the best server I've ever had. He's so attentive. He knows how to get me to buy drinks, which is smart. But he's just a really good dude.
Yeah.
And that's my guy. Like, he's my server, period. So, yeah. Anyway, we need to hear about your car accident, because that was kind of shitty. What happened?
Man.
So before you dive all into that,
Yeah, you know what time it's for, guys.
you know what
and
time
gals.
it is. The most boring part. Just skip forward to 30 seconds if you don't want to hear
We
it.
need our money. Ad revenue. Let's go.
Before we get started, before we go into his car accident, we gotta let you know that the PM podcast is supported by Circle City Tent. They will provide you the premium window tint at a low price of just $169.99 for any vehicle. That includes any shade and a lifetime warranty. For more information on that, give them a call, 317-788-8468, or go to the website circlecitytent.com. Now, winter is pretty much over. Spring's coming. It's getting warm, and soon it's going to be summer, and it's going to be blistering hot. You're going to be sweating your butt off. But don't you worry, because Circle City Tent can offer you the Arctic Start Remote Start by Circle City Tent. That's right. Keep your car in the perfect climate all year round with the Arctic Start Remote Start by Circle City Tent. They will install it right now, parts and labor included, with a lifetime warranty for just $249.99. And that does include, like I said, the installation and the parts and that lifetime warranty, which is unheard of. So give them a call right now to keep your car in the perfect climate all year round. 317-788-8468, or go to the website circlecitytent.com. That's once again 317-788-8468 and circlecitytent.com. Now back to the PM podcast.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
One day I can do that.
You will.
He doesn't even read a card, just so everybody's aware of that. Like, how do you do that? Repetition.
don't know.
Repetition.
You want the trick?
That's a trick.
So it was written down at one point. And then I just read it to myself 5 times. That's okay. You've also noticed this. Even we have scripts upstairs, or in the main studio. We have scripts that we read, and I really don't have to look at them more than once or twice.
Yeah.
Before I've got the lines.
Well, right. Well, you write them.
Sometimes she does.
Huh.
So I'm just really well. I was in theater since I was like 6. So I mean, I just got used to reading lines and just being able to digest them.
Yeah.
So that's really all it is.
That's
I was just really good in theater, and then once you've been a theater kid for so long, you just kind of pick it up.
Sure.
So say the same thing 3 times over, and you're good to go.
You got it.
Yep.
Okay.
So tell us about your car accident, or I guess kind of paint us a picture, because you were in a car accident. The car is totaled.
Car's totaled. Yep. It's done.
You're still dealing with the insurance.
Unfortunately.
So I guess kind of break it down for us. Give us kind of tell us how it happened, what went on, and all that kind of stuff.
So I feel like I'll just give you a brief overview, and then I'll probably go over things that I wish I probably would have done, and then maybe we'll go over, just go from there, I guess.
Sure, yeah,
so,
like 30, 40 minutes
exactly.
or so. Yep.
So, initially what happened was, I just got off of work, so this was 10 o'clock at night. I just got done working a 9-hour freaking day on a Friday night. So it was great, right? I had to be at work the next day. Luckily, I was able to sleep in. I didn't have to be there until 1, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, no. So I clocked out. I was on my way home. The accident happened at an intersection. So at this intersection, there's kind of everything on every corner, and one of these corners is a gas station. Well, the guy was trying to head. He was pulling out of the gas station and needed to head south. Well, there's a median right in front of this gas station. So in order for him to go south, he has to head north just past the median, which is just past the gas station, and then pop a U-turn to go south. So in order for him to do what he needed to do, he needed to essentially head north, stop, do a U-turn to head south.
Okay.
Right, because there was this median that blocked him from just heading straight south.
Right.
So that being said, I was heading north, crossed the intersection. I had a green light. There was no, I mean, it's only 35 miles an hour through here.
Right.
So it's not like, I mean, I wasn't trying to
flying.
I wasn't flying, you know. I just got off of work. Like, I'm not in any rush. I don't live that far, so I'm not in any rush to get home. Cross the intersection lights, and then immediately after I crossed the intersection, this car pulls out from the gas station and pulls in front of me. Now, there's 2 lanes down this, right? Because they have a right lane so you can turn into the gas station easier, and then they have a left lane so in case someone is trying to turn into the gas station, you can just keep going straight. Well, he pulled immediately to the far left lane, which is the only lane that keeps going straight.
Also illegal as shit.
Right. You have to pull into the closest lane to you and then merge out.
And then
you don't
signal
go
over
to the farthest one.
Right.
And that's why even I just remember when he did pull out in front of me, I was like, bro, boom. Because like I was just like, what is he doing? Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, bro, no, bro. Boom.
You didn't correct?
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh.
Because I could either go left into the median and in oncoming traffic, or I can go right and then wreck into a gas station. So it's like I did attempt to turn left because I was like, I got to get over this median to miss this guy. Because there's no other way. Because I didn't want to pull. I don't know why. It's a very split-second decision. Of
course.
And that's what, if I would have done it differently, that's what we'll go through the next part. But what I ended up doing is I ended up hitting this guy in the rear.
Full on, or did you like try to correct it and hit him on the right side?
No, I hit him. So my right passenger hit his back driver.
So you did try to get out of the way.
I tried.
And you just smoked.
But there was, because I was going 30 miles an hour already. And then this guy just pulls out in front of me because he thought he could beat me.
Right. But obviously, how close were you? Like how?
I was really close.
Like from here to the door?
I had enough to say, bro. Boom.
Bam. Oh, damn.
Yeah, because I was like, bro. Boom.
So realistically, he's probably from here to my mailbox. Like,
no, way closer. Like from here to your door.
So when he pulled out.
Like he had no idea I was there.
God dang.
Yeah. And he even, here's a kicker. We'll get to it. So I hit him.
Sorry, you hit him. Yep. Okay,
so he goes, his momentum takes him forward, and I see this fucker driving off. And I'm like, no, like, I can't do this. It's like, what do I do? Right? So I get out of my car. Like, I tried to initially chase him, but my car was like, nope. And I was like, well, okay, I'm not moving. So I get out of my car. I just instantly throw on the video record. And I'm like, oh, I got to get his license plate. I got to get what he looks like.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to go south. So he does a U-turn and almost passes me. And if I wouldn't have jumped out of my car to stand in front of his car to be like, bro, what are you doing? Like, stop. Like, stop. And he's like, you got insurance? I'm like, yes. Please stop. Like, come on, dude. Like, I was just like, I was so at a loss for words.
Did he have insurance?
Yeah. Dude, I'm just going to tell you what happened, right?
Yeah.
So he ends up stopping.
Okay.
And his car is looking southbound now. So our cars are kind of back and forth at each other.
Right. That's confusing.
So I record right. So I recorded everything. Like I recorded him this guy ends up taking off a little bit. He's like, I'm gonna go park over here because I don't want to be in the way in the middle of the traffic. I was like, that's fine. Like, I already got your license plate. I got a recording of you. So worst case scenario, I got what I basic need, right?
Yeah.
So this dude takes off, and he's gone.
Like, just leaves the scene?
Gone. And comes back. Parks in the gas station. So what I think happened was either A, he realized he fucked up, he's on video, and he has no way of getting out of this.
That's a hit and run.
Right, and it's way worse. Or B, that motherfucker had drugs in his car, and you best believe he was throwing that fucking shit out of there before the cop came anywhere near his car.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. I'm going for the latter.
I'm going for the latter, too.
Yeah, because like I can watch the dude.
No offense to you, but where you live...
It was
that area.
It was an area. So,
I'm sure there's a drug house
this
somewhere
guy
on
comes.
that road.
Yeah, this guy comes by.
It's college, I mean, come on.
And he parks in the gas station. We exchange information. I'm on the phone with the officer because like I thought this dude fucking left by now. And you know he's on his way, and he's like, "Is that the police?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're on their way." I waited probably 30, 40 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, it kind of sucked, dude. But honestly, that was faster than what I thought.
IMPD's response time is fucking awful.
Awful, dude.
See, this is why you need to have a gun. Because if you need a police officer because someone's holding you up, dude, it's going to be like an hour. So
that's fair. But I also...
Anyway, sorry.
It's a city. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised. But if I would have said someone was hurt, that would have been a different... They would have been there 5 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Or if I got a kid.
I don't know. The homicide
mention
rates...
a kid?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. They'll be like,
I
got 12 officers on the way. It's like, well, where the fuck were they 30 minutes ago?
Oh, it's just traffic. No big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So
the
officer comes, the guy is obviously pissed, and it's funny because
the guy's pissed.
The guy's pissed, right? Because he's like, "Bro, what were you going so fast for?" And I was like, "Bro, why did you pull out in front of me? Like, what are you thinking?" And he's just like, well, I was just trying to pull. I had to make a U-turn to do this, and you should have stopped and not hit me." And I'm like, I can't. You know what? Heard, man. Just I'm gonna wait for the cops to get here. Because clearly I knew there was no conversation. We were both heated. And I know that, right? Because I know how to handle people that do get to that point, I guess.
Yeah.
So
in confrontation.
Being a bouncer, dude, yeah, you figured it out, I guess. So, diffuse the situation. This motherfucker was just nice and warm in his car. And I'm just standing out in my coat. And it's freezing out. Just fucking get here, officer. Come on. I'm calling everybody I can, but it's late. So I call my roommates. And I'm like, can someone pick me up?
Why
Nobody's
do you call
picking
me?
up. I'm not gonna ask you to drive out 35 minutes to.
Always
Heard. If
always.
I mean, heard.
If
I appreciate
it's
that.
2 a.m. and you're on the street, fucking call me.
I
dude.
would have called you if I was like, all right, I broke my ankle. I can't walk home. I can't Uber home because I lost my wallet. And I can't find my phone. The only time I ask for something as a person.
Your co-host and friend got in a car accident, and I'm currently standing outside on College Avenue or Broad Ripple or wherever you were at, and I'm freezing my ass off. Fucking call me.
Okay, heard.
This is my opportunity to scold you. Fucking call me.
Yeah, that's fair. But I will let you know, me as a person, I personally don't ask for things.
You don't want to inconvenience people.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yep. I'm just...
Fucking call me.
Yeah, absolutely.
If your safety is in danger, call me.
Absolutely. Heard.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
It's the same for me, but I can't pick you up right now. Once I get a
car... That's fine.
If you get in a wreck, I'm more than happy.
If I get in a wreck, I'll just call you and let them know it happened.
And then, fair. She was like, dude, I got in a wreck. I know you can't fucking do anything about it, but it was really intense, and I'm okay. We're like, oh, that's great. So this guy, I hit this guy. The officer comes, and I ended up telling him, so he asked the initial dude for the other guy first. He's like, so let's just start with the basics. What happened, guys?
Yeah.
And I'm 100% sure, and I'm gonna say 99% sure.
Oh, he said this dude hit me.
No, this dude was smoking so much stuff before. Because for one, you can smell it, okay, and for two, It's like, if you're going to smoke, that's going to be the time. Because it's like, man, I'm stressed out to the max. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's the
knew
reason.
I knew it.
But, so this guy comes out.
Listen, guys. No, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I can't say it.
I mean, I think that they can make their own assumptions.
Yeah. No, God damn it. I might have to cut that thing out. Because I just said, listen. The police officers asked for a description of the person. He was. What do you even say? Is African American the correct term anymore?
Probably not.
African American.
It's 2021. It's a different year. It's a different month. It's a different day.
I'm just gonna say black, because they're black.
Oh.
I know. That's such a controversial term.
Man. I'm just fucking with
I know you are.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, okay. The man was black.
I don't mean anything by it personally.
No, but like if you were asked to describe somebody,
a black male and his,
like if I asked you to describe me, you're gonna say white
20s.
male, mid,
right?
20s,
if we're doing a
6 foot
police
high.
description of this dude, yeah, sure, he's a black male in his mid 20s.
And I know I asked that question based on you can tell he'd been smoking some stuff, and then by your interpretation of how you spoke for him.
Oh, you mean?
When you started acting his words out, you kind of had that inflection.
I wasn't. Yeah, that was just
where I was just kind of like, okay, yeah. So you kind of put the pieces together, where I kind of just assumed that he was of
I don't think. Yeah,
that ethnicity.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to assume, so that's why I was like, was he like?
Yeah,
I don't know.
think. Yeah,
we might get canceled for that. Whatever. Fuck off.
Well,
guys, we're not politically correct, so fuck off. If you don't like us, I don't care.
So this guy
unsubscribe.
So he
it's not important to the context of the story. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Continue.
That's it. So the officer asks him,
yeah,
so give me your side of the story. He starts with him. He's like, man, I was just pulling out of the gas station. I needed to go this way, so I had to do a U-turn. I pulled out. I didn't see him, and he hit me. Don't say anything, right? So, like, I was just like, yeah. So the officer's like, all right. So what happened? I was like, that.
Ooh.
Like, I was on my way home. I had the green light.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy just pulled out in front of me for no reason. And I had no choice but to hit him.
And the officer's response
was like, okay. That's all I needed. Walks away. So I talk after he fills out his report. He comes up to me, hands us both driver's exchange information. And he says, well, your car's totaled, so clearly I'm going to wait here. If you have any do you both have any questions? You're both free to go. I was just like, I do have questions. He's like, okay. But I didn't want to ask him in front of this dude. Because, like, I'm just like, I was about to throw this dude under the bus. Because I was like, I want to make sure that I'm not in the wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, I 100% feel like I was not in the wrong.
Did you tell the officer that he drove off?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He said he didn't technically leave because he's still here on the scene. And I'm like, well, you can go check right over there.
Yeah.
And you can go check probably right over there where he rather A, threw something off, or that just so happens to be where he changed his mind.
Yeah, but the officer, like, he has to go by what he shows up to.
Right.
Yeah. So but if he's still there, he's still there.
Right. But that's what I told the officer. I was like, there's a reason why he's not over there, which it shows in my videos and my pictures, and why he's sitting over there. Like, he didn't just pull a U. He drove off and came back. So
and he's like, hey, he came back.
Yeah, he's like, man, he's technically not fleeing the scene because he's trying to get out of the road, and because like I did tell him that because that's what he said, and that was a fair argument, but not when you.
The officer has to judge by what he sees,
right?
And that's the kind of like, hey, he's here. I'm sorry,
like,
right? If you had video of him pulling off and like going down the street,
I did.
Oh, you did? Did you show him?
Yeah.
So he's like, what was it? It's just whatever.
He's just like, well, he came back. So
yeah,
like,
there you go.
Whatever, dude. Like, I literally have him all the way now. Whatever.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
So we exchange information. I go at. He's like, do you have any questions? I was like, I do, but I would feel more comfortable asking him in private. And he's just like, okay, well. So we walk off, and I was like, look, I know you hear this a lot, but it really wasn't my fault, right? And he's just like, well, I'm not one to assess that, right? That's up to your insurance company and blah, blah, blah. But what I will tell you is that there's vehicle 1 and vehicle 2 on the insurance claim. Vehicle 1 is generally the one at fault. Vehicle 2 is the one that is not. I put him as vehicle 1. And I was like, okay. I was like, but you did hear the fact that I didn't see him. And he pulls out to do a U-turn in the middle of the street.
Is it a legal U-turn?
It has to be.
No, like, is there a sign that says no U-turn?
No.
So then, yeah, it's legal.
It is legal?
If there's no sign saying that it's not.
Yeah, but where can you put a sign that says no? There's no way you could put that without it being
like
in the middle of the street.
By the light.
He's facing the other direction. How does he know that?
What do you mean? He's facing the other direction.
He's facing south. The intersection is north.
Okay, but how'd you hit him? What direction were you going when you hit him?
I think originally I said that let's just from this point on, right? So he was heading north, but needed to go south.
Okay. So you were going north.
I was heading north.
And he was going north when you hit him.
Right.
And he needed to go south.
Yes.
U-turns, if you're going north, by the light, by the green light, the
light is behind us, though.
How is the light behind you?
Because I'm heading north. I just passed the intersection, and then the gas station's off to my right. Oh. He pulls out, gets past the median enough to where he could do a U-turn to head. So he's not even. So
he turns out into the intersection,
yes.
into the lane,
yes.
the far left lane, to turn around past the median.
Yes. And then right there is the light.
Behind you.
Yes. Behind both of us. So there's no sign that says you can't do a U-turn or you can't.
Like,
no.
So you pull out the gas in and the median's like right here where you can kind of make a U-turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legal. It's legal. As long as there's no sign anywhere in the median or a little sign that says it, you can do it.
So I'm probably fucked. But that's the biggest thing, though, right now, is now we're just trying to figure out the insurance.
The insurance will look at it. And if he was put as vehicle 1, yeah, that's true. They'll most likely put him at fault. But if they assess it, because 90% of the time, whoever hits the car, that's who's at fault.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
so, like, you rear-ended him, and the insurance, 90% of the time, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Unless they can prove without a shadow of a doubt.
Right, and that's where I see that, but I just... Man,
which is gonna suck.
I'm just gonna tell you guys. Well, so the thing with my car, I had it fully paid off.
Yeah.
It's probably worth I paid like $7,000 for it.
Yeah.
But it's probably worth I think at most, if I remember right, it's $3,100. So I mean, this was years ago,
but
right?
Hey,
when
you're
I bought
okay.
It. Right. Yeah, and that's
the most important.
That it is right, and that's what I agree. But I just think it's kind of messed up. Where it's like someone else's actions and mistakes can drastically change my life. Because now, I mean, I'm not made of money by any means, but I have enough money to be very comfortable in the way that I live. And the way that I live is I don't save money, right? I live my best life right now, and it's a quality of mine where I enjoy a lot of things at its most and at its finest. I don't mind spending extra money. I'll be broke. I don't mind being broke. That's not a problem for me.
I'm not allowed to be.
Right, because you have other priorities. I don't. Yeah, well, right. I don't have someone else.
I just have a wife.
Right.
She just wants. But at the same time, she keeps. We still have the best of things, as you clearly kind of see. Yeah. But
there's a reason why, because you guys are very smart with your money, and you guys think about, hey, we can't do this, right?
But we
whereas
can't do
this. me, I can do it.
You're like, I'll do it now and figure it out later.
Yeah, it's $1,500 caviar. Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. Like, and I've done that before. Like, oh yeah, dude.
You did caviar?
Just because it was $1,500, dude. Why wouldn't you? It was like 2 weeks after we did Cinco de Mayo, and let me let you guys know, I worked at a tequila bar and a taco bar. So Cinco de Mayo, man, I made like $1,200 that day.
Fucking mint,
bruh. And it was beautiful. So I just went out with a bunch of friends, and we just got.
Anyway, wrapping up the car thing.
So at the end of the day, I'm just waiting. I'm still technically waiting for my.
This has been 2 weeks ago almost. And you're still waiting to hear back from the insurance company. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you're going to get back that, well, we covered him. Everything's good.
Yep.
You're not getting a check.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. And
Pretty
until
sure
then-
that's where it's going.
And that's what bites me in the butt. I would just, if I could do it differently, I would have hit him harder. I would have. I really would have though, because that dude
Was a
still
dick?
has a car.
Yeah.
And yeah, he still did. I remember. Even when we got out to speak with the officer, I was like, "Hey, man, like I'm really sorry for how things worked out. I know we're both like, none of us want to be in this situation right now, but I mean, to be honest with you, you look really fly right now. Because like, I mean, this dude had like, had like a $600 outfit.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it was nice. But like that's
Chains,
I break the,
like-
Oh yeah, no, he didn't have chain. He had like I forget what
A-chain?
kind of shoes. No,
Oh,
I don't think so.
Jordans?
Yeah, he had like his outfit literally matched everything, and it was
Oh,
just
beautiful.
dude. Yeah, it was like Gucci, just everything, like hat.
Gucci everything?
Oh, dude.
Man.
I don't think it was Gucci directly, but I was like, dude, he had to spend a pretty penny on that. And
course.
besides his ride was pretty nice. But the other thing was it was brand new. Yeah, he literally just said that. He's like, I just got this car.
Eesh. What was
Yeah,
it?
it was, I don't know, some Mazda. I don't know
jeez.
cars, dude. I could probably look it up, I guess, if I really needed to get you the answer. But
Fair.
it's a piece of shit car to me. But I mean, it looked nice, and I wouldn't buy it. But it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't buy my car again either. So you live and you learn. But no, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
be able to have at least, if at the end of the day, I guess my advice would be, if you don't want to deal with a headache and you have the extra cash, pay for full coverage.
Absolutely. Not
But
even a question.
in my case,
Your
I was-
full coverage was worth more than the car.
right, per
Right.
year, I'm spending twice the amount, or
But hey,
this
now
quality-
you can get a car that's worth that.
fair, or I could just buy a little beater and just like keep doing me.
Fair as much. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Which we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I have an idea for you that
Yeah.
we'll go over.
That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you're safe though.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're healthy. I'm glad you have a little bump on your head. If you guys watched 2 weeks ago, you could kind of see it. It's still kind of there. Yeah. Definitely didn't show up as much today.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it healed up pretty right. But you get hit in the head, you're always gonna. It's
yeah,
gonna.
which
look-
is why that scar or scab.
Yeah.
So, but he is good. He's okay.
yeah.
So don't worry.
Yep.
If you guys have any advice for him, or if you guys want to tell us your stories, put it in the comments below. Otherwise, I think that's it, man. I
Yeah.
don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
Not really. I mean, besides the usual, we appreciate you guys as always, and hit that like and subscribe button.
Make sure you get it wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, or you can watch it here on YouTube, and we will speak at you guys next week.
See you guys next time on the Potty Mouth Show,
PM Podcast.
PM Podcast.
Not the Potty Mouth Show.
See you guys next time on
You
the
know
PM
what?
Podcast.
Let's just leave it as like the see you guys next time. Like we'll talk at you guys
next time.
later. Like let's just make it informal. 'Cause this show's kind of informal anyway.
We're
We're always kind of chill. Do you like the format? Do you like the formatted ending, or do you just like the see you guys next time? Like more like a friendly.
Yeah,
We'll talk at you guys
I always
next week.
tell people. I mean, me personally, I always tell people be safe. Like, appreciate you guys. Be safe. Wipe front to back.
What
always
if
do
you
that.
were like, be safe, love one another, and
Yeah.
then I can say something like, hey, and we'll speak at you guys next week, or
I like
we'll
that.
talk to you guys later.
I like that because it seems pretty humble and pretty.
Yeah,
inviting.
just like just super chill. Cause that's kind of what this is. It's just super chill. We format everything else.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, true. This is why I think I like this.
Let's
most,
just
'cause
not
it's
format
me
it.
and you and BS.
so, it's like, hey, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Make sure you get it wherever you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, or watch here on YouTube. Love one another, and we'll speak at you guys next week.
See you guys next time.